Hi, this is Arnold Aapril, the Executive Director of the Chicago Arts Partnerships in Education, also known as CAPE. CAPE stands for a network of schools, Chicago Public Schools, and professional artists and arts organizations that collaborate to bring creative teaching and learning into Chicago Public Schools. And we have with us today Mark Diaz, who works in many different media and who is a member of the Cooperative Image Group. Mark, tell us what the Cooperative Image Group is and who you are.
Well, in that order?
Yes.
I'll start with myself. My name is Mark Diaz. I'm an artist in Chicago. I do work in video and sculpture, multi-genres. And I've been working with Cooperative Image Group, and Cooperative Image Group is a nonprofit art center out in Humboldt Park. And we provide media arts programming for youth.
Many different media.
Many different, yes.
And one of the things that's very interesting about Cooperative Image Group is they don't provide just classes for kids. They really set up a studio environment where young people and professional artists and professional chefs collaborate to create original work together where the students are self-directed. So tell us about some of the programs at Cooperative Image Group.
Well, we have a cooking show, and the cooking show is mixed with gardening and video production, where actually, as in the tradition of being in a studio, the kids actually do it. They garden, they do the video work, and they cook. Sometimes we have professional chefs come in, and usually parents, people in the community come by and share their special recipes.
Well, speaking of sharing special recipes, you may notice right below me there's a call-in number. This is a call-in show. If you have a special recipe that you'd like to share, briefly, please call in and let us know what you love to cook and why. So Mark, tell me about how the programs actually work at Cooperative Image Group.
How they actually work? Well, it's a lot of it is really in conversation with the young people in the community and the young people that we work with, and though we have projects and programming, a lot of the products that come out of it are really youth-driven.
Oh, that's interesting.
Then we'll see that in our images later on, but we have a number of programs. We have a clothing tech program. The clothing tech program is actually in partnership with After School Matters. It originated at Orr campus in the Austin community. It's about 3 years now that we've been there, and and so that program is a small business program where youth learn how to use digital imaging programs, and they make silk screens, and then they use those screens to produce shirts. So
and they actually run the business.
Yes, they do. They provide the clients, and the clients really just range from other community-based organizations or even some of the churches that the students go to.
And then other programs. There's
we have a mural program, and right now in its second year is the mural program that's over at the Bloomingdale Wall, which is very long. And
big wall, big mural.
Big wall. So Steph Garland, muralist in Chicago, is helping us out with that. She's actually leading it. So. And
you have youth mentors in many of your programs?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, a lot of our programs are really based on peer-to-peer mentorship, where the more so-called seasoned youth work with the younger
or less experienced.
Yeah, sometimes we have this great kid, Diore, if he's watching.
Diore, if you're watching, call in.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's 12 years old, and he knows a lot of the equipment there and how to make a lot of stuff. And so when new kids come in, he'll teach them.
That's great. That's great. A future leader, present leader, not a future leader. He's a leader now. Now, if some of you adults want to volunteer for Co-op Image, you should give them a call, and some young people will teach you how to do things.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have a variety of programs, mostly after school.
Mostly after school.
And now you start to do some in-school work as well.
Yeah, but we have one more audio. We have one after-school program that we are doing. It's the audio program at the Mobile Media Lab, and and that's also spearheaded by two young artists, and it's Cortez Davidaz and Seth Wolford, very talented artists in Chicago, and they lead youth. Youth members in the community in this oral histories project. They are right now creating these audio pieces to construct a community-made oral history archive.
That's wonderful. Of Humboldt Park?
Of Humboldt Park.
That's great.
Yeah.
And your main studio center is located where?
It's in Humboldt Park. It's just east of the park. It's on Evergreen and Washtenaw.
It's a lovely little space. I like
Thanks.
visiting you there.
Thanks.
We have a couple images of some of the work from your program.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of those. So what's this here, Mark?
This is a triptych made by Gabrielle Andrews. She is a participant in the clothing tech program. And so this is actually fused glass and silkscreen.
And light.
And it's a light box, yeah.
It's astonishing work. I saw this mounted on the wall at your benefit, and it's astonishing work. It's really beautiful work. And this next image here?
Oh, this is Seth Wolford, and I believe Cortez Davidaz is the one who took the image. As part of the Mobile Media Lab, it is mobile. We have they have portable audio equipment, and so they go around the community and collect oral histories. They also went to Mark Sheridan, which is what you're looking at. Mark Sheridan out in Bridgeport.
Cool.
So they did an audio project with a 6th grade class. Trisha McGann's class, actually, and
Cool.
we have a little sample of that.
Let's hear it.
China. Chicago. China. Chicago. Mexico. Hong Kong. Ireland. Hong Kong. Love Chicago. Mexico. Chicago. Texan. Guadalajara. Grandparents. French. Chicago. Me. Oldest. Kids. Mississippi.
Cool. Very cool stuff. I noticed that kids are talking about places of origin and the fact that we're a global society mixing all kinds of cultures, which I know is an important part of your own work as an artist.
And I think, and what was really nice about that project was students were actually realizing where they were from. They had to interview. Some of them had to interview some of their family members to know like why they're here and where their family lineage is from. One girl, just when she did the project, she realized her family's from Italy. So it was really interesting. No.
Well, good for her to find
Now
out.
she does.
Now she knows. Well, working with CAPE, you've started to work yourself and also through Co-op Image in a number of schools. And I've been very impressed with the quality of student-directed work that your organization and you have been able to develop in partnership with teachers with schools. And I see this as a carryover of the self-directed work that happens at Co-op Image's space. So can you tell us a little bit, set us up a little bit about the work that you've been doing at Kinsey School?
At Kinsey School, I worked with Ann Toby, TB, sorry, and the two teachers there, Laura Ebel and Carrie Evac. Two classes, one 8th grade and one 3rd grade, and both both classes are of deaf students. Kinsey School specializes in a school of for deaf students in Chicago. So the program was really about trying to integrate kind of critical arts process with language arts that the students were already invested in their class curriculum. So primarily the students were doing projects based on movement and stillness, and using words and looking at words to see different meanings with words.